The Central Coast Mariners have made history and won the AFC Cup for 2024 after defeating Ahed in the final. Alu Kowal with a late goal. A historic goal for the Central Coast Mariners. A historic win for the A-League and Australia. This is massive. The first Australian team to lift a trophy in Asia, a club trophy, since the Western Sydney Wanderers lifted the Champions League back in 2014. What a gritty performance, a gutsy performance from the Mariners. So much travel and such a crazy AFC Cup journey, and they have picked up their second trophy of the week. An incredible team and just an incredible season that this has been. What a moment this is, man! It's still soaking in, I think, for Mariners fans and all viewers. All A-League fans, I think, we're probably getting behind Mariners in this AFC Cup run, and they've gone and done it. Central Coast Mariners naming a couple changes to the side that was playing. Mike Jackson had fielded sort of the same side for the last few games in a row. Edmondson coming in up top ahead of Alu Kowal, and Storm Rue dropped out, so Mikhail Docker dropped to right back with DiPizio coming in. But aside from that, again, a very solid spine that we've seen here from the Mariners, pretty much ever present for this entire season, with the likes of Caltac at the back, alongside Dan Hall, Max Ballard, fantastic in this game, as was Josh Nisbet playing higher up the pitch as well. It was a really interesting contest. The first half was pretty quiet, and overall throughout the match, there wasn't necessarily too many chances. That first half was a real sort of chess match in regards to both teams sort of taking a slow tactical approach. Mariners certainly dominating possession both in the first and second half. There were a couple of moments here and there. Mariners getting forward on a couple of occasions, but struggling to create any clear-cut opportunities. And it was the second half where the game really started to open up, and Central Coast started to dominate in chances a bit more. And Ahed, I thought, who had a couple of decent chances in the first half, really struggled to create anything in the second half. And Central Coast racking up the set pieces as well. 9 corners in the end. These stats coming from Google. 9 corners in the end for the Central Coast. Possession as well, favouring the Mariners in the end, 64%. 10 shots overall, just 4 on target. Overall, you look at the shots of both teams, it's not high statistics for either side, that's for sure. So when that moment came in the end for Alu Kowal, it was a classic Alu Kowal goal, man, getting in behind and then finishing past the keeper, through the legs of the keeper, and a massive, massive goal for Central Coast Mariners. And that's all that was required. Mariners had to hold on, obviously, at the end there. Ahed were pushing, and Central Coast was sat back in sort of that 4-4-2 block, which has been so solid throughout the season. It's earned them many clean sheets, and another clean sheet here on the biggest stage in the AFC Cup final. Alu Kowal's goal enough to win the match for Central Coast Mariners. What a performance, and what a piece of history this is for the club. But as I mentioned, not just the club, but for the A-League. And it's massive now, and heading into next year with the Asian Champions League, Central Coast Mariners already, regardless of this result, already secured their place in the Asian Champions League for next season, and we'll have high hopes for that competition. After winning the AFC Cup, there's no reason why Central Coast Mariners shouldn't make a strong charge into the knockout rounds of the Asian Champions League. Obviously, it's a different competition. We know that the quality is much higher in the Asian Champions League, but this team's special. This team is special, and it's a piece of history that we're witnessing before our eyes right now. At 2 a.m. on a Monday morning, Central Coast Mariners winning, incredibly, their second trophy of the week. We think back to Wednesday, which feels like a while ago, funnily enough, where Central Coast Mariners picked up the Premier's Plate, defeating Adelaide at home. And now the test for Mariners is to go and do the treble. No A-League team has ever made that achievement, picking up 3 trophies in one season like that. The Asian trophy and the 2 A-League trophies as well. And Central Coast Mariners have a tough test in the semi-finals against a team that have struggled against this season in Sydney FC. They have not beaten Sydney FC this season. And Central Coast Mariners, they've shown incredible spirit to sort of overcome these challenges, and especially this AFC Cup journey would have provided such good experience, especially for these young players. You look at the likes of Brad Tapp, even Jacob Farrell, who's still very young, Dan Hall, Josh Nisbet, sort of these younger cohort of players, and the guys on the bench as well. DiPizio, obviously, we can include in that as well. It's been a real sort of team effort. Even the players coming off the bench have contributed so much for the Mariners this season as well, of course. It's such a good experience now, and heading into those crucial final few matches in the A-League finals. This is it for the Mariners to create history and win the treble. And I don't want to go, as a Mariners fan, I'm tempted, but I'm not going to go ahead and say that this is. They're in the conversation. Then I'm not going to go ahead and say though that they are the greatest A-League team ever, but they are up there. They are well and truly up there. If a team's going to win 3 trophies, they have to be in the conversation alongside the likes of Sydney FC from sort of the mid to late 2010s, the Raw Salona era from the early 2010s as well, under Ange Postecoglou. You've got some fantastic A-League sides, but this team is right up there. Obviously, it's not done yet. You know, the A-League finals, a huge test against Sydney FC, and then if they get through, then either victory or Wellington in the grand final. There's still a massive task ahead for Mark Jackson's side. And credit to Jackson too, who's just done an unbelievable job. It's still just insane to think that Mariners lost the first 4 games of the season in the A-League. They lost the first game of this AFC Cup as well in the group stage. Since then, though, it's just been an incredible campaign. They've only slipped up a couple times, and this team has just put in just such a heroic effort to come this far, to lift these trophies, and it's not done yet. Central Coast Mariners are winners of the AFC Cup for 2023-24. Congratulations to the Mariners and Alu Kuwal getting the goal to win it, the game in the end. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Feel free to drop your thoughts on how the Mariners have been going at this match in the comments section. Appreciate you tuning in. As always, my name's Lockie. This is Coastwood Football, and I'll see you in the next one.